So St. Louis is one of those cities/counties that elected a George Soros Black Lives Matter district attorney about 2 years ago. And her whole platform was, listen, there's too many black people being arrested, too many in jail, too many in prison, too many staying too long. And when we let them out, they come back too soon. That's all because of white racism. I'm going to change that. So she kind of started a campaign on her own to make sure that the cops in St. Louis knew she wasn't going to prosecute lots of black people unless, they really, 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 really had the evidence on them. But even when that happens, sometimes they won't prosecute them. Here's a story out of St. Louis. It happened out in 2016, but it's back in the news right now because the state's attorney, the so-called district attorney in that area of St. Louis, said there's not enough evidence to charge daycare workers with whatever when they're caught on video conducting a fight club among 3 or 4-year-old children. Well, that's not what district attorneys in other parts of the country think. Let's take a quick look at this video. Then let's go down to Delaware, down in my neck of the woods, because this was a huge deal here a couple years ago. Exact same story, exact same circumstances. Oh yeah, they came down on those people like a ton of bricks. Charged them, convicted them. I don't know if they got prison or not. But that's exactly the opposite of what happened in St. Louis.
Oh my God!
A 10-year-old took this fight club video with his iPad. He's with older kids in the next room. That's his little brother crying after 3 fights. One teacher's excited, jumping up and down, while the other teacher puts Hulk fists on preschoolers. Mother Nicole Merciel cannot watch without crying.
He doesn't understand why his friends were fighting him, why he got beat up by his best friends. And it was on his 4th birthday.
The fight begins. The kids fall. A teacher kicks in the air in excitement. The only person who tries breaking it up is another preschooler. But he cannot stop one child from pounding the other's head into the floor.
They're fighting.
Merciel believes it only stopped because her older son texted her video. She called the director to stop it.
He said that the daycare workers were making them fight, not helping them.
Daycare cameras recorded at least 30 minutes, fight after fight. Video, Merciel says, can be monitored by staff. Though it happened nearly 2 years ago, Merciel does not think enough was done.
This is a national thing. Here's a story out of New Jersey. Daycare workers charged with running Toddler Fight Club. Then we run over to Ohio. Ohio preschool worker charged with running Toddler Fight Club. Everybody charged in these 2 examples were black, and most of the children involved were white. Is there any connection there? Why don't we head down to Delaware for the 4th example?
The Hands of Our Future Daycare Center remains closed. Shut down early this morning, its license temporarily suspended because of what police in Dover, Delaware say these 3 female employees did to some of the children.
It's definitely very disturbing.
19-year-old Tiana Harris, 21-year-old Stefania Myers, and 47-year-old Lisa Parker are accused of forcing 2 3-year-old little boys to beat each other up in front of the other kids. Harris, according to police, even recorded the fights with a cell phone.
They are just wailing on each other. I mean, punching, slapping, pinching, throwing each other into tables.
They won't release the video, but Dover Police Captain Tim Stump tells me it was recorded in March and that an officer came across the clips while investigating an unrelated case over the weekend.
In Delaware, the government in Delaware charged these 3 daycare workers with assault and conspiracy. All 3 were convicted. One of them was sentenced to 10 years, and it was all with 9 years suspended, and pretty much, so they kind of, I don't think any of them did any jail time, but they were all convicted of felonies. Wow, that's quite a big difference between, one jurisdiction and another. One jurisdiction saying, listen, we're going to prosecute lawbreakers wherever we find them. The jurisdiction is St. Louis. The district attorney there said the same thing with an asterisk, except if they are black, because we all know Prosecuting black people for breaking the law, like getting little kids to fight each other, holding them accountable, well, that makes the black kids angry.